Morning everyone, Jerry here with the news for Leeds for the 9th of August. There's a little bit, but a lot of it's probably not real. But we'll cover it anyway and let you make up your own mind on it, but we'll go through it. So we're going to look at one potential outgoing, a couple of potential incomings, and the confirmation of a new goalkeeper. And then just an update on exactly what's going on at Barcelona for those who don't know about it and are interested, but I'll leave that bit to the end in case you're not interested in it, okay? So we'll crack on with this then. The first one is, according to Leeds United MOT 365, and I'm smiling because it's not reliable. Bogusz, it looks like he's probably going to head out on a permanent move to Ibiza. I don't believe this personally because after Jesse Marsh's comments about him last week in the pre-match, he wants to have a look at him. He's only back in training this week, so I don't see that happening. But apparently there is rumour that he is looking at, or Ibiza are looking at taking him on a permanent deal. Wait and see. On incomings, first one to get out of the way, we have confirmed our new second choice or third choice goalkeeper, Joel Robles, who has completed his 1 year deal with Leeds today. Comes in as a free agent, former Everton, Wigan, Betis goalkeeper, and adds a bit of experience to the bench. The great thing about this is he knows why he's coming in. In his comments this morning, what he has said is that we have two very young goalkeepers here and he wants to help them. So he very much knows he's coming in as a backup option. Whether he's second or third choice is going to be interesting, and what happens with Klaassen is going to be the next piece. Is Klaassen number 2 and Robles just there to help out, or is Klaassen going to go out on loan for a year? I don't think that's a bad shout either. I think Christoph Klaassen will be a very good goalkeeper down the line, but could do it getting high competitive minutes, so I think a loan would be great for him. On other deals, this was mentioned yesterday. Someone asked me on Twitter about this yesterday, and then lo and behold, it popped up on a timeline. Leeds linked with Morgan Gibbs-White from Wolves with a £40 million fee is what is expected if that is to go through. Again, I don't believe this to be the case. But Gibbs-White has been linked with Leeds late last night, early this morning. Not a huge amount of fanfare going on around about it, so I would take that with a massive, massive pinch of salt. Also in the news today, Cody Gafford, more so on a case that Manchester United seem to be panicking with their signings, which is great. Arnautovic to Man United, what a signing. That's fantastic. Establishing themselves as a solid mid-table side right there. But apparently United are very interested in Cody Gafford as well, so that's popped the Leeds interest back up again. You're looking at a deal in and around 27 million. He's got 21 goals and 47 appearances for PSV, a winger who can play up front, which would give Leeds plenty of options wide and up top, which would be great, wouldn't it? That was exactly what we're looking for. Philipp Max again linked this morning, looking at a £17 million bid, so another 10 million on the initial 7. If that's to happen, made my opinion pretty clear on this. We are now diving well into the territory of this is probably not going to happen. Berisha, the German striker who Leeds apparently bid 1.7 million for last week, been linked again, now looking at about a £5 million bid apparently. He's got 7 goals in 31 appearances. That should tell us everything we need to know about this story. He is a former German international, and not all strikers should be measured on their goals. It's their pressing and their hold of play. All that is important, but I really don't think this is real. And then the big one from yesterday, because he scored a goal from the halfway line, is Ismaila Sarr has also been linked again this morning at Leeds with £29.5 million clause in his contract that Watford wanted before they allowed him to leave. That'll be interesting. I don't see where Sarr fits in at Leeds. We've got a lot of attacking midfield options and wide options. He might be a slight upgrade on what we've got, but I don't know. A lot of money, and you'd be blowing 30 million on him straight away. So, for those interested in the Barcelona situation, here is a bit of an update on that. As of right now, Barcelona can still cannot register Raphinha, Lewandowski, Kessié, Christensen, any of their signings. They can't register any of them. They're 150 million over their wage cap that they're allowed to have in La Liga. Now, the issue here is that recently they sold 25% of their TV rights, which brought them in close to 500 million euro. The issue with this is that they didn't really sell the TV rights. They set up a third-party company with Socios, who we all know from their connection with Leeds. They put in 150 million and Socios put in the rest. Now, the issue with this is it's a kind of a tax loophole in Spain, but it's not allowed. So they got caught, essentially, here. So what's happened is the 150 million that they put in, they basically said we sold all of our rights for 500 million. the Spanish authorities and the La Liga have removed that 150 million that they put in themselves, because they're essentially paying themselves out of that, which means that they still need to raise that money. So they actually haven't raised any money. And the kicker here is, because they've done that, it actually is now applicable for capital gains tax in Spain, which means that Barcelona will have to pay 35 million euro tax on the 150 million that they put in to try and avoid this tax loophole that has backfired on them, which is bonkers what's going on over there. They are moving money left, right and centre around the place to try and register players that they shouldn't have bought and shouldn't have been allowed to buy. And then the other one that came out yesterday, which is the big one for me, is that they themselves announced there was criminality around the contract of Frankie de Jong, and that they want him to basically annul his contract and redo it again on a cheaper amount of money, so again they can get players in. But what they're essentially admitting to is the previous ownership, but it's still Barcelona FC, deliberately engaged in criminal activity in Frankie de Jong's contract. Now, if that's the case, why FIFA and UEFA are sitting on their hands with all of this and doing absolutely nothing, and why they're allowed in the Champions League? Bear in mind, Barcelona asked for 3 years worth of the Champions League money up front. It's getting to sound very Ridsdale-like, isn't it? So, everyone asking about the situations with Raphinha. He's gone. Leeds are owed the money on the 2nd of September. The registration closing date for La Liga is the 1st of September. They've got the first set of games this weekend. As it stands right now, it looks like none of these new players will be playing for Barcelona the weekend or even allowed on the bench. Will he come back to Leeds? If that's the case, nobody really knows what the situation is here. It's not the same as the Augustin one. The Augustin one with Leeds, for those who were making the comparisons, where that Leeds had a deal to a certain date in May when the season was supposed to finish. The season didn't finish in May. It was extended because of COVID. So what happened in the end was that legally that date came and went and Leeds weren't promoted, so therefore the clause didn't count. So that's what's happened in that one. So they're very different situations here. And the structure of the deal with them was loan up front and then money afterwards after a certain date. The deal with Leeds is money up front. So from the 2nd of September they have to pay. So it's a volatile and very interesting situation in Barcelona that may benefit Leeds, may not benefit Leeds. We'll find out in the next 3-4 weeks, and we'll see what happens. So that's your news today for the 9th. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.